Starla is traveling today. Sorry, Starla is traveling today to Maine. She goes on a girls' trip every year. So she left Las Vegas early so she could get on a flight this morning, super early. So it's just me and Dana today. And Dana and I kind of chatted a little bit about what she was going to talk about. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Dana. I'm going to keep trying to get this streamed over. At least it's recording. And then leave us about 5 minutes at the end in case anybody has any questions. If any of you do, please put it in the chat so we can kind of be watching for it. But take it away, sis.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me. It's so funny because we just got back from Vegas. We are all still probably recovering. Thank God for Thrive, right? Every time that I leave a getaway or a leadership retreat or something where I'm surrounded by Thrivers, I immediately have just this feeling of massive growth. I feel like I'm super excited about what's to come. And this trip was no different. However, there was something that was a little bit different. Got it. You figured it out. There was something that was a little bit different here. Watching Jason on stage, obviously he's always got a lot of passion, but there was something that he said to me that I knew deep down in my heart. I knew deep down, I feel like I've said it to my team numerous times, but when he said it, it just kind of was like light bulbs. And he said, we really need to stop focusing and training the people that are already on our team. And we really need to focus on getting new people. And although we're constantly going, we need to get new people, we need to get new people. How many of us are actively going, okay, you know what? I'm only going to do one leadership Zoom this week, or I'm only going to do, maybe 3, right? At most 3. Because I tell my team all the time, that's not your job. That is you heading to your job. That is your pump up music to your job. This Zoom right here is your pump up music to your job. This is where you are excited. This is not a check, I showed up to work today, right? This is just getting you excited to show up to work today. This is just giving you the tools to show up to work today. So when we look at our business and we're constantly going, what am I not doing? And we're going, well, I jumped on 4 Zooms today. I don't know why my team is not growing. Here's the deal, guys. You don't get paid for Zooms. You don't get paid for posts on Facebook. You don't get paid for likes on Instagram or reels. How many of you guys go, oh my gosh, my reel went viral. But then on Tuesday, you're going, what the heck happened to my paycheck? Well, you don't get paid for that reel. You get paid for the activity that created that comes from the creation of that reel, right? So say it went viral. If you do nothing with the people who liked, commented, and started talking to you on that reel, guess what? You've created nothing. So how do we utilize this? Okay, well, I'm not going to focus so much on educating my team or posting so much or doing this. And I really want to dive in to finding new people, because that ultimately is what's going to grow your business, right? How many of you guys go, well, I can't grow because I don't have an upline, right? There's a lot of people out there. I know it because I've heard it. I can't grow. I want you guys to think about the first person that started with Lavelle. The first person, could you imagine? Now imagine how many people are part of this company now, right? How many people? What would have happened if that first person in Lavelle said, I can't do it. I don't have an upline. If they went to Paul and Jason and said, I don't have an upline, I can't do this, Paul and Jason would be like, there is no upline. You are the upline. You have to make it happen. You have to pretend that you are the first person in this company. The problem is we're not making it hard enough. It is not life or death for you. It is not, you always can say, oh, well, I don't have an upline. Oh, well, my team's not working. Guess what? You have to be that upline. If you were the first person in Lavelle, you would have nobody. It would rely solely on you. We make it too easy. I want you to think of our ancestors, and you guys are going, wow, she's going really deep. Think of our ancestors, right? If they wanted to get a letter or they wanted to do something, they had to handwrite the letter. They had to put it on a freaking mule and send it, wait 3 weeks, and then wait another 3 weeks to get the response back. And we have something so useful that we can contact so many people a day, and we're going, oh, I just can't do it. If you want it bad enough, guys, you will do it. So let's talk about, how about I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm going to lose something. I'm terrified to reach out to people. I just don't know what they're going to think of me. Well, think of it this way. What are you losing? Right? Okay, so you're reaching out to 7 new people. Are those 7 people on your team currently? No. So what does it matter if those people say no? They're already not on your team. It's like not asking somebody out on a date because you're afraid they're going to say no. You already don't have the date. You're already not going out to dinner or that dance or whatever. So what difference does it make? You have to put yourself out there. Great risk comes great reward, right? So if you don't go out and actually try, you're never going to get these people. 99% of people are going to give you an objection. We already know that, right? Every time that you reach out to somebody, you're going, oh, well, I get the objections. What are the objections? I can read them off to you. Let me think about it. I don't have the time. I don't do things like this. Let me talk to my spouse. I don't have the money. This is a scam, or I'm not interested. Those are common. Those are the most common objections. We know that. So why are we not studying? We study math, we study science, we study history, but we refuse to study the things we know are coming to us in our job. This is our job. We are salespeople. You get paid on sales. You get paid on the amount of people you bring into this business. So if you don't master the objections, you are not a salesperson. You're just somebody that talks about a product, but doesn't actually close the sale, right? So if you don't master the objections, guys, you're going in blind. If somebody, 199% of the time, they are going to give you that objection. Why have you not figured out what to say to that objection? Right? You know what objections come to you, right? You're like, I reach out all the time. People say, oh, I'm just not interested. Okay. What's your response back? You should already, the more confident you are with the objection, the more you know how to handle it, the more confident you are in reaching out to people because you already know what's coming to you. If you already know that they're going to say something and you already know your response back, it's so much easier to reach out to people because you're confident in it. What is an objection? An objection, I'm going to read this to you. An objection is the barrier between your product and the need that they need to satisfy. So basically, it's a lack of value. If you're not creating value in what you're talking to people about, your product, your opportunity, whatever it could be, money should never be the issue, ever, especially here. You can get it for free. You can promote it for free. As a customer promoter, money is never going to be your issue. So if somebody says, I don't have the money, guys, that is them saying, I do not find value in your free product. How would you object to somebody saying those words to you? I do not find value in your free product. That's what they're saying to you. So what do? You create value. You don't say, okay, well, what can you afford? It's already free. They already can get it for free. So if they can't afford free, then that's not the objection, guys. So we have to move their I don't have the money objection to something that actually sounds like it's coming out of their mouth, right? Like I don't find value in it. It doesn't satisfy my life. I don't feel like I need it. Or maybe it's because it's weird to me that it's a pyramid scheme, or I don't like the patch, right? So you need to move the objection to something that you can actually talk about. Well, let's not worry about the money. The money, you can get this product for free. So we clearly know that that's not the issue. What do you feel uncomfortable about the product? What are you not finding value in the product for? That's what we should be talking about. And then guess what? Your objection just changed. It's no longer about the money because they can get it for free. It's also not about the money because they can promote it for free and make money. So we know the objection is never going to be money. Even though they start with that, you're going to have to be the one that is confident enough to change it. Not finding value in your product. Cool, let's find value in the product. How are we going to do this? How? Because you're going, okay, well, I don't know what to do, right? Number one, listen. The best salespeople are good listeners. If you don't know what people need the product for, you have no idea what to talk about. You have no idea what you're promoting and where they're going to find value in the product. I have a best friend. I've known her since we were in middle school. Her and her husband are multimillionaires. It's never going to be about the money. It's never going to be about, what the business side of it. They own 14 businesses. Maybe it's about time, right? So by getting to know her and what she finds value in, I found out that the things she finds value in enough, mostly in this business, is one time she said to me, I want to go on your lifestyle getaways, just me and my husband, and leave my 4 kids at home. That's where she found value. It wasn't about creating time. She likes being busy. It wasn't about the money. They have plenty of money. It was about creating an opportunity where she could be alone with her husband and around a bunch of people who can party with her, right? Without her kids. If you are talking to people all the time about only their health, if you're only talking to people about only the money, only this, just because it means that to you does not mean it means that for them. So let me tell you this really quick. How many of you guys, when somebody asks you what the price is, you immediately go, it's $5 a day. It's like $150 or $160. It depends on what package, right? You like immediately like freak out and you're like, I don't know. If that seems like a lot of money to you, it's going to sound like a lot of money to them. You don't know what people's financial status is. You don't know what they're willing to spend their money on. I've had people that told me that they don't have the money and then buy an $800 package because they saw the value. It's not going to be about the money, and you can't tell them what to spend, right? Oh, well, or what is uncomfortable for them. Why is everybody's package going to be $160? Why are you not telling them about the other products that might benefit them? You guys ever gone to check out at a store and you're walking through the line and there's like, a notebook here and you're like, I could use a notebook, right? Or there's like a candle and you're like, oh my God, that's so cute. Add to cart. You're already in the buying mood. You're already going to the checkout. You might as well give them the things that are going to help them and make their Thrive experience the best one for them, right? Not everybody just needs to start with the 3 steps. Maybe they want the 3 steps HDS and the skincare. Oh my God, that is so much money. What if it's not to them? What if they're spending $80 per product on skincare? I know I was. So by giving them an option to buy the skincare with their health, they're going, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And I can get that for free if I refer people. I'm actually saving money if I do this, but we're constantly prejudging what somebody is willing to spend, right? So listen, number 2, understand. We really want to understand where somebody is coming from and what they're talking about. Summarize their intentions and ask open-ended questions. That's how you're going to get to know a little bit more about them. When you're sitting at a bar and you're talking to somebody next to them or talking to somebody next to you, right? When they start saying, oh yeah, I'm from, Tennessee. Oh, what part of Tennessee? Oh, I'm actually from Nashville. Oh my gosh, I love Nashville, blah, blah, blah. You're asking these open-ended questions. What brought you to Nashville? As you continue to ask these open-ended questions, you're going to get to know them. Always ask open-ended questions that are relating to the things you see on their Facebook page because you know that they're posting the things that make them most excited. That's what I do. So if somebody is constantly posting about their kid, I talk to them about their kid. Open-ended questions about their kid. If they're constantly posting about, vacationing with their family, I ask them open-ended questions about their family's vacation. People post about things that interest them. They're not going to post about something, oh, what a crap day. I saw a buffalo, posting the buffalo. I hate buffalo, right? They're not going to post things that they're not excited about. They're going to post things that make them excited, that they want to share with the world. So if they're excited enough to share it with the world, they really want to talk about it. Those are the things you want to understand and ask open-ended questions about. Number 3, respond. Respond. Give them importance by solving their issue, right? Oh my gosh, I live in Nashville now. We moved from, Florida. It gets a little cold here. I don't really like the season, but we couldn't afford to live in Florida anymore. Oh, have you ever tried like a side business where you could make some extra money, maybe put that away, right? I'm giving them a solution to their problem. I'm giving them a solution. Somebody else, oh, well, I'm about to get married. Crazy times are crazy. Oh my gosh, weddings are freaking expensive. Have you ever thought about another side opportunity where you can put that money and pay off that wedding full? Right? Or where you could just buy your dress and not have to put the burden on somebody else, or not have to open another loan, right? These are we're solving problems for these people, right? Don't give up on people either, right? If somebody is not ready, stay involved. I have a girl that literally just ordered after watching me for 9 years, went to high school with her. She has 5 kids. She's never been interested. And recently her and her husband just lost their job. She's freaking out, has a brand new baby, 5 kids. One of them's in high school, and she's going, what am I going to do? If I would have given up on messaging her, guess what? That would have never turned into something. She was embarrassed. She didn't want to tell anybody about her situation. But guess what? When I reached out to her, she was very open to Dana, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about it. I'm so glad you reached out. It's been 9 years that I've been reaching out. 9 years. So don't give up on people just because they said no to you 3 months ago. Circumstances change every day. And lastly, number 4, ask for the sale. How many of us get to a point where they're like, you know what, that actually sounds really interested. I think I might be ready for this. And you go, oh, okay, well, so, and you kind of feel stuck, right? They're telling you I'm open. They're telling you I'm ready. They're telling you, you know what, that does sound interesting. Cool. Do you want to start as a customer or promoter? Let's get you signed up. Do you want me to put the order in for you? I think it might be easier that way. So we make sure that you get all the right products, right? Ask for the sale and walk them through every step. You do not want someone to be ready to buy. How many of you guys have gone to a store, you have all of your stuff and you're standing there at the counter and nobody is there to check you out. And you go, all right, maybe I don't need this shirt. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it on the counter. All right, let's go to the next store, and you leave. If you are not ready and walking someone through, they're going to leave. They are not going to stick around and try to figure out how to order on their own. So you have got to be the one that says, all right, let's do this. Are you going to put in the order or you want me to do it? And then if they say, well, I'll put in the order, cool, here's my link. Let me know when you've made your account and I'll walk you through the next step. It is a step-by-step thing. It's not going, I'm not giving them all the information in one text message because they're going to go, oh my gosh, okay. Make your account and then let me know when you do that and I will walk you through the next step. Number 1, it gives them that pressure to go and make that account because they're going, okay, well, she's waiting on me. Like she really wants me to make that account right now. And number 2, you're only giving them one step. That's not overwhelming. Click on this link, make your account, let me know when that's done. That's not overwhelming. Anybody can do that. If you get stuck, let me know and I'll be happy to help you, right? Okay. This also goes back to feel, felt, found, right? So listen, understand, respond, confirm is also feel, felt, found. If somebody says, oh, you know what? I have so much going on. I just don't think I can do it. Whatever. Oh my gosh, I completely understand how you feel. When I first started, I had a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old. I constantly felt like I was super, super busy. But what I found was that feeling this great on this product gave me all the energy I needed to keep up with people or keep up with this, so feel, felt, found. Feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. What I found was, right? Same things, just different steps, different words. I don't know how long I've gone or how long I've talked because I don't really pay attention, but if you guys do have questions, I'm open. Or Susan, if you have questions that you want to.
No, I love all of it. Sorry. My son just walked in. Dogs go crazy. So I love how you just break it down. Guys, you have to listen to what their needs are, understand them. And usually that is where the feel, felt, found will come into play because dogs like running all around my feet like children. And then respond to that. I honestly, Dana, tell me the truth. In the beginning, you were so excited. You didn't care if people bought or not. You were just like so excited. Everybody was going to do it. And then there comes a time where you've done it for so long that you almost backtrack. You almost get nervous about it, but then comes full circle. You have the confidence. Y'all, if you've had one person buy from you, you should be confident that what you're selling is the best thing ever in your story. What she also said, I'm going to let y'all pop some questions in there if you want to. What did you say? Oh, it's because they are not informed enough. They don't see the value in what you have. And I will say this, when people ask me the pricing, I'm like, well, let me tell you something. At retails at $254, but there's not a person in my organization that I ever let pay that. So it's on special for $160. And then I have a 15% off coupon. Does that work for you? Like, I will totally break it down. I don't give them that until they actually ask for it. But how do they find value? How do they find value in your product? You constantly have to be talking about how freaking amazing it is every single day in your stories, on your posts. I know somebody, in my Instagram that follows me, I don't know who they are. They were like, there is no way you just turned 50 years old. And they saw a picture of me in my leather pants or whatever that material is. It's the hardest thing to put on. And that t-shirt at the 80s party with my hair all big. And so I'm totally going back to the hairstyle, Dana. I really loved it. And but I was like, yes, I am. And there's no way you had a picture with your daughter. There's no way that is your daughter. And I was like, yes, it is me. Here's the deal. I put premium nutrition in my body every day. And that is what, I don't say it does that for everybody, but I truly feel like that is slowing down my aging process or aging me backwards. Now, maybe if you're looking at me right now, it's not the same picture as Friday night, but I mean, it literally, I am going to shout from the rooftops all the time. Now, I don't shout from the rooftops about HDS. Many people love that. I do not. So I don't shout about that one. I let my customers who have ordered and love it, I share their shout outs. So it's just constantly telling people how amazing this product is how they'll find value in that. I agree about not assuming. It's like when I train my clients, they have a much different viewpoint of fitness than I do. Yeah. You definitely, y'all, I can go with that feel, felt, found process on the pricing 150% because I know how they feel. When I started this, I was a single mom of 2 kids and it was right before Christmas. I felt the exact same way. But what I found out is that I could get it for free and I needed to invest in myself to be the best mom I could be. Like when I share that with people, they're like, oh, like you did buy it right before Christmas? Heck yeah. So when everybody starts getting nervous about people not ordering during the Christmas season, I have never, ever let that hold me back. Most of the time, December is one of my biggest months of the year because I know how they feel. I felt the same way. And here's what I found out. All right, Dana, give us some closing remarks. Or if you want to reply to what Heidi said.
Oh, yeah. And if you guys have any questions really quick, I can take whatever. But no, I totally agree with, you know, the feel, felt, found thing and with the not assuming and whatever, because like you don't know where people are coming from, or again, what they're going to find value in, you know, it's super, super important. Yeah. And oh, that's what I was going to say about your picture and not feeling fit and stuff like that. I have noticed that like when you see pictures of thrivers, they tend to look younger. They tend to look more energized. I mean, we really do look like we've jumped in a time capsule and like continue to get younger and younger. And when people leave Thrive, they don't quite look the same. And I don't know if I'm blaming the product, I'm blaming the community, or I'm blaming the people that they're constantly surrounded by, because I think that Paul and Jason kind of hit like the jackpot when they were like, let's put vitamins, premium vitamins in these promoters because they are going to have so much energy. They are going to have so much excitement. They're going to feel great and they're going to want to share it. I have never felt that way about a bag. I have never felt that way about a hair product. And I was a hairdresser. I have never felt like when I wake up in the morning and I look at myself in the mirror, I am so excited that I have to share it with somebody until Thrive. And I think that that's the gold when we have such a product, when we have a product that really makes us feel amazing, that makes us proud, that makes us confident. And yes, Susan, when I first started, I didn't care what people were going to think because I was so confident in how I felt with the product. When I first started taking Thrive, I knew nobody could tell me that it was in my head. I knew nobody could sit there and say, that's a scam. That doesn't work. I felt it. I knew it worked. And so you are not going to tell me that it's a placebo or that it's this. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, that is something that, like, I've done things before. How come that wasn't a placebo? How come that product didn't make me feel a certain way? Like, if it's a placebo, why wasn't it a placebo the last 15 times I wanted it to work? Because this one is the one I doubted and it worked. So I just think that that's a very positive thing to go. If you do not love the product, you need to find a way to love it. Like Susan just said, HDS is not her jam, right? So she doesn't share her experience with HDS. What is your jam that you are so excited about that you can't shut up about it? Right? Are you the person that hides your DFT? Are you the person that, is when somebody says, hey, what is that? And you go, well, I started it a couple months. No. Oh, it's my premium nutrition. I stopped there. And I'll end it with this. I stopped there because I want them to be more interested. I am not word vomiting on them. I am not going, oh, it's my premium nutrition. When I started it, I was a single, exotic, tired mom, blah, 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 blah. Like, I didn't go word vomit on them. I literally said, oh, it's my premium nutrition. The next question is usually like, so what do you do? Oh, it's a 3-step system. You do it first thing in the morning and then you're done. That's it. I only answer what they ask. Why? Because they're going to continue to ask more questions. If you give limited information, they're going to want to know more. If you word vomit on them, they're going to feel like you're selling them on a product. I don't need you to be super interested in my product because I freaking love it. I know it. Oh, it's my premium nutrition, right? Keep them interested by only giving them the answers that they ask, right? And that's pretty much what I got today.
Well, that was really awesome. Thank you so much, Dana, for taking the time to jump on here. I'm sure you're still trying to recover from the weekend, but guys, it was a great time. Lots of announcements, and I'm sure you're about to hear them on the corporate call again. So let's all jump over there on that. Thanks, Dana.
Bye, guys.